Welcome back to another episode of the Fakemon drawing thingy that we do. Today, we have Travis from Creative Jargon, as usual, but we also have Connor Heck, aka GooBrain, joining us as a special guest. Yes. Heath and Rob aren't here today. Well, they are in spirit on my massing hoodie, but, for the folks at home, do you guys want to give a little introduction for yourself? Connor, feel free to go first, since you are the new guy to this thingy.
New guy. Yeah. Hey, I just make silly cartoons, mediocre cartoons for the internet. Currently working on a pilot for an original series right now to air this fall, hopefully. So stay tuned for that.
Nice.
That's exciting. I didn't know he was even doing that. So I'm thrilled.
It's down low, but I'll be announcing it soon.
Heck yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Travis, do you want to go ahead and go?
Yeah. Like you said, I am the owner of Creative Jargon. We have a YouTube channel where I do kind of an artistic journey and like entertainment and education. And then I'm also the host of Art Box, where I have guests come on and we talk about art and life and stuff like that. That's about it.
Awesome. So, the Fakemon we're doing today are based off of Cartoon Network shows. So it could be based off of a particular character or a show in general, or, you basically had creative freedom to take that prompt and do what you will with it. So, with that being said, are you guys ready to present this shit?
Ready to go. Are you doing a screen share?
I can do a screen share, yeah, and I'll go ahead and go first, and then I'll let you guys fight over who goes second, I guess, if you want. So, here we go. The cartoon I chose was Ed, Edd, and Eddy. It's one of my childhood favorites, so I started off with just drawing the Ed boys in general, and then I wanted to do kind of like a thing where there's just three Pokemon together, or a multi-headed Pokemon, kind of like a Dotrio or Doug Trio. Really creative names, I know. And I don't know, I can always hear Ed in my head saying, "I like chickens, Eddie."
Oh.
So I had a chicken in mind.
The gumball.
They're coming out of like a Jawbreaker shell. Yeah. And the collars and everything are based off the clothes they normally wear. And this is what I had in mind at first, but I hated it. So I completely scrapped it, and I reached out to my buddy Wes, aka Pond Man, if you've seen the show before, and we had the idea to kind of make them based off of bugs at first. So they're all the same Pokemon, but each Ed is a different form of this bug. I think I'm just going to call it I don't know, let's just call them Eddos. I didn't think of a good name, but Eddos for now. And they're all the same thing, all the same abilities, just appearance is different, but they will eventually evolve if they all three get together and get a Jawbreaker. They steal from Gimme Ghouls, if you know what that Pokemon is. Here's the Ed one. He is based off of an inchworm, and Eddie is kind of based a little bit off of a cockroach. And then Double D with the hat, it's I don't know, like an ant or something with a shell. I didn't want to make him like a slug, so he's got legs, they all, but that's the Double D one. And here they are on their final evolution, which I call Ed Boys. And, I'm just coloring it in now. Don't have much else to say, but yeah, like I said, the Jawbreaker's the shell. And they all have a piece of the Jawbreaker in their mouth, and they're, oh shoot, what type did I make these guys? Oh yeah, Fairy and Bug, that's what it was.
Yeah, nice.
I'd like to say,
fairy types are...
I enjoyed the first one, I mainly because, I didn't want you to get rid of the Jawbreaker bug, so I'm glad you brought it back.
Yeah,
that was
get back
awesome.
to this.
Yeah, I like both forms.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, both were really good.
I felt like the bird one is just kind of where is it?
I don't know. Was it just too easy?
it was too easy, and it just looked like them. Like it was too obvious.
It looked like them.
you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's clever, but it's so close to the Cartoon Network that I don't know. It's just so good though. I love it a lot.
Like I don't see that as a Pokemon, but this I could see being a Pokemon. Like it's you can still tell who they are.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just it's a slightly more subtle, I guess. Oh yeah, I chose the fairy type because I feel like a lot of fairy type Pokemon are food based. I'm not sure why that's the route they decided to go with it, but it is what it is.
I like your color choices too.
Thanks,
Nice.
man.
Yeah, it all works pretty good.
Yeah, I think the candy is very vibrant. A lot of this is based off of the color of their clothes. Like, Double D with the orange shirt, he had purple pants.
Oh yeah.
Ed's got I wanted to incorporate green with Ed, but I don't know. It's because he's got that green jacket, but I didn't end up doing that. But I don't know.
Well, since you mentioned candy, I'll take the second one because it kind of segues into my candy with my subject.
Okay, cool. Well, whenever you're ready, feel free to go ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
You guys are good at drawing.
Well, I did the same thing he did. Is I kind of went to the show and looked at some screen grabs and tried to familiarize myself with some eyes and characteristics. Oh, my show is The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, and
right.
their character shapes are so weird, man. I chose a horrible show for this challenge. When we do this, at something like this, I need to remind myself not to choose what's coolest, what my favorite is, and choose.
Yeah, pick something easy. Pick a home run.
Yeah, something that goes with it. And this was kind of forced. Since you mentioned the candy, I wanted to start with some candy and stuff, so I think the first character I start sketching here is a treasure chest full of candy. The characters are obsessed with Candied Island, for those who haven't seen it. So I figured I'd incorporate that somehow into the characters.
Right.
And I didn't like that.
Very gimme ghoul for the chest thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Gotcha, yeah. I can't remember what they're called. What are those characters called with the Dungeons and Dragons characters? It's a chest that'll eat you.
Bro, I don't know. I played Dungeons and Dragons 3 times.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a
but also
typical trope across.
Reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you pause this, by the way? Because it's okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure it wasn't glitching out on my end or anything.
You're good. I jumped to the next character because I was I didn't like that, and I didn't really like that either. So this third one,
that's how it is. Eh?
Yeah, just going through all these shapes and faces and noses. But I realized I wanted to do Swedish fish right here. So,
yes.
Yeah, it's a Swedish
controversial
fish.
candy, but I love it.
Right. Well, it worked out because I was well, if I go the shark route or go ahead and do an aquatic character, I can make it a water type. And, because they're pirates and they're out on the sea and everything. So,
yeah.
I kind of went with it. And then I realized when I sketched it, it was 3D-ish. And I leaned into the show, artwork as much as I could. I should have, rounded the, edges, because they have, a real hand-drawn, smudged edge. But I kind of skipped that part.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, the corners bleed into each other.
Yeah.
And I could have went through and done that, but I was nah. So that's...
This will make it feel a little bit more like Pokemon art, too. You're getting a little bit of both of the art styles in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to hit up that 2D as much as possible, so I flattened them out a bit. And then I was oh yeah...
Love what you're doing with the water.
Yeah, I went ahead and tried to study the actual show, how they do their waves, and they do it by watercoloring paper and tearing it apart. So that's what that is.
No way. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is
that does have a cool effect, actually. It's very there's a lot of depth to it.
And that's Flappish.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. I love that. So you said he was water type?
Yeah, I can't. I was gonna ask you if you had any advice on that, if I should add anything to it, because this is a Prevo. The next one's a Shark.
Oh shit, you did too. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you technically did.
I
too.
mean,
you did a few.
I technically did like
Yeah, you did like
what 4?
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, also just 2 because like the 3 Ed boys were the same. Pokemon, just different forms. You were talking about the art style. I purposefully avoided doing like the squiggly lines that Ed and Eddie is kind of like known for at this point, because I just wanted it to look a little bit more like it could belong in the Pokemon universe, and you don't see Pokemon with that kind of maybe on like a card or something. So
that's why I
think
called
we
you
did something similar
before I started, because we were talking about where, like, because we didn't mention it in the challenge, like, are we basing these off characters? So we hashed it out a little bit, and I decided I was going to lean into the style, and I wasn't going to try to make actual characters into Pokemon. I was just going to use the whole show as inspiration.
Yeah.
But this is Flapjack. That's his mouth and his scarf and his hat. And he's flappish.
I love it.
But yeah,
if you did have a second type, again, because they for whatever reason, they're very food related. Fairy could work, but it's not necessary. But
yeah, they are gummy
I love it,
characters.
dude. Good job.
Because if I wanted to go the Ken Sugimori route that I was basing all my styles on, I would have went with the hollowish gummy. I was wanting to do that, but the more I looked at the style for the show, I had to do those bold colors.
Yeah.
So the next one should start playing. So I did, I pulled the shark over, and then I drew a sketch of the blue shark candies. So he evolves into a blue shark.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Yeah, he's a blue shark gummy. And once I realized that, I was like, gummy to gummy, hey, it don't get no better than this. So he's modeled a little bit after Captain Knuckles. And since he has a wooden bottom, I gave him a wooden bottom. And he's got a little 5 o'clock shadow. I thought about putting the peppermint on his hat. Thought that, once I did that, it was too much. But it would have been great for, a psychic character or something like that. Hypnotize him, something like that.
Oh, true.
But, I decided to bail on it because the design looked better like this. And I did change that nose in the end because I didn't like it. I never have been a fan of it.
I feel that.
I like the nose.
You like the color?
It's very unique. Well, I thought you were talking about the shape more.
Oh, no, I like the shape. I abandoned the color later on because it's just it didn't work for a Pokemon in a sense or it looked too much like Knuckles. So I was like,
it's real fleshy looking.
Yeah, and I was like, you don't have skin, so it's no. But then again, I was also convincing myself, well, Pokemon are kind of random like that sometimes,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
especially
true.
Lately, right? Last couple of years.
Throw a nose on the side of his head.
I think pretty much anything goes at this point.
Yeah.
I recycled those waves and had to hand draw a style for the beach and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it on this.
This one looks less delicious, but excellent work on the background, dudes.
Yeah,
I
lost some of the.
You always knock it out of the park with the background, I feel.
Thank you.
That nose color is much better. Yeah.
Yeah. And I left it more attached to
I love his tongue sticking out
to the face where I pulled that line off there too. But yeah, I think it cleaned him up a little bit.
Tail too.
What I don't like is I lost some of the blue gummy in the design, and that's whatever.
I see what you mean. You maybe could have made it. I know you didn't do any shading, which is a stylistic choice.
Yeah.
But if you did, you could have added some shine to it to make it maybe make it look more gummy.
I should have seen if they did something like that in the show. I was studying some, but I should have checked that out. I was more looking at the character colors, and they were solid. So yeah. Oh, and this is Kabloon. Obviously, that's a few
Kabloon.
references. Yeah, Doubloon, Knuckles, and blue gummy sharks.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice work.
Thank you, guys. That was fun. I love that show so much. How do I...
It's a
There we go.
often forgotten show.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to burp right into my microphone for some reason. It's just...
Me too. Good stuff.
Use that as your
on
entrance.
my way home, I was like yawning, so I was like, I gotta get me an energy drink, and I don't normally drink energy drinks anymore. But I got it. Speaking of candy, it's like what is this? Grape popsicle flavored. It tastes like they just melted a grape popsicle in here and carbonated it. It's delicious.
Nice, dude. We're dealing with a professional this time.
Giving me the burps. And are you talking about burping or animation?
Animation.
Both.
Oh boy!
Burp off. 2025.
No, you guys definitely have the upper hand when it comes to design and drawing. And so like I went with a really simple character, obviously Diglett and the Powerpuff Girls. I know the assignment wasn't necessarily like copy a Pokemon, but right when you said Cartoon Network and Pokemon, I was like, okay, Powerpuff Girls and freaking Doug Trio, right?
That's why when I called him,
it made me laugh, so I just went with
I was
it.
wondering if we should fill you in on like the inspiration conversation. Like, are we basing these off characters? Because it was like a little deeper. But then I was like thinking like we should just let everybody kind of figure it out.
Yeah. I just wanted everyone to have fun with it.
Like, yeah. So like I was saying, you guys have the upper hand when it comes to design, I think, but to make up for my simple and lazy design, I added a little bonus at the end.
Ooh.
Okay.
So yeah, I just basically.
Oh, hold on. I wasn't watching your stream. Has it started? Oh shit! I see it. Okay, sorry. I'm here.
I'll restart it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I went with the first stage. I was gonna have 3 stages. I'll get into that later if I remember. But I just I wanted to draw bubbles, so I just drew her as Bubblet, and then I got her second stage kind of plotted out, a little more unhinged. Started to clean it up a little bit here.
This is just another regional variant for Diglett.
Yeah, it's so similar, right?
I love
All right,
that.
so that's kind of what I ended up with. Yeah, but I couldn't just hand in this one little sphere, right? Oh, that would be too lazy. But I did paint the background. No,
That's a beautiful background.
yeah, thanks. So here I go, just getting all 3 of them. I'm giving them their kind of unhinged evolution.
Yeah.
Just a little more bulbous and beady.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard, but like some people were confused about the shine on Diglett / Doug Trio's nose and thinking it was an open mouth with a tooth.
It was yeah, totally.
Yeah,
absolutely. I remember thinking that specifically, like as a kid, for so long.
It makes it 100% derpier, and like on your sketches, I can't not see that.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about even maybe turning it into a mouth. I just kept it as is.
There's just all mouth completely agape the whole time.
Yeah. So now I'm just doing some really quick rigging in Flash.
Oh.
Bring it in, and then, yeah, quick little animation, stretch him out.
Get him nice and squishy.
Yeah, nice and squishy, and then I just give him a little offset.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah, so
that's perfect.
So I wanted to make up for my lack of design skills by giving a little animation.
No.
Oh yeah, and then so the third, I wanted to make the third evolution possibly Mojo Jojo inspired, where all 3 of them go down, and then it's just like one big kind of like Mojo Jojo head.
Yeah.
With his kind of color and pattern. I thought that would be really cool, but I decided it wouldn't really make sense.
But it's
So
awesome though that you thought in that direction because you had the rigging and stuff in mind. I like that, like how you did that.
Thanks.
I like how your brain works.
Yeah,
it was quite fun. Yeah.
I agree. And Mojo Jojo is one of my favorite like cartoon characters, just period. You know, like if I were doing a Powerpuff Girls Pokemon, I would be tempted to do something similar to what you did about the girls, but I would have to do a Mojo Jojo themed one.
Yeah, I was pretty close to doing it. I mean, it wouldn't have taken me too long. Maybe I'll just take a couple minutes tomorrow and give you one.
Oh, I mean, if you want, feel free. You don't have to, though.
Little Mojo Jojo Diglett.
Do you have like a type in mind for it?
Oh yeah, fairy and ground.
Yeah.
We all got
That
a
made
bunch
the
of
most
fairy
sense,
types today. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
also love how you
makes
didn't
sense.
lean into their powers at all. Like, that's so fucking funny.
I actually don't remember them having specific powers. Is that what? Do they? I thought they all had.
It's
the same
basically
I think they all
Superman.
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say that's a good example. Yeah.
Okay.
Superman.
You know,
They
like
just-
super
they just
strength,
have powers.
flying, ice
Yeah.
breath, laser beams, all that good stuff.
Shiny stuff.
But they all have them, right?
I think they all have the same ones, don't they?
Yes, but I feel like a couple of them have some unique ones. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, though. Like, I don't know. It's been so long since I watched the show, but I
Same,
feel
yeah.
like one of them might have ice breath and the other ones don't, or something like that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I can't remember exactly what it was, though. Who's your guys' favorite Powerpuff Girl?
Well, Bubbles.
Yeah, oh yeah, I could tell by your stage
She's just
one.
So cute.
You're talking to a rowdy rough boy, dude.
Yeah, I think one of my very first cartoon crushes was of Blossom, so I had to go that way.
You're a Blossom guy.
Yeah, eventually I ended up liking Buttercup's personality way more because she's cool, but yeah, I don't know why I was drawn to Blossom at first, but that's rad, man.
Buttercup's the scary one.
Yeah, yep. I hated that episode when she got really like close. She like had a huge crush on the Amoeba Boys or something.
Yeah.
I was like, this is weird. They're like teenagers and like Buttercup's in kindergarten.
Yeah.
I just saw like
Yeah,
a
back
CW.
back when it was going though, we were so young.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, whatever. That's pretty normal, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is awesome. This is a really, really fun time, guys. I think we all did pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's nice to see some talent and collaboration. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, if you're ever interested in doing one of these again, I'll let you know whenever we plan on doing another one. And don't feel pressured, but you're more than welcome to join.
Oh yeah, hit me up.
Yeah, personally,
All right,
it was very refreshing.
Thanks for including me too.
no problem. Yeah, yeah.
Not that we,
Do you guys have any final words or anything?
No, I'm grateful to be included. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Same.
All right, well, let me get my gun. That was I don't know. The final words made me think of like death. So anyway,
That's my death grunt.
okay. Let me see if I got one.
Well, so, yeah, just
That
maybe to tie it all together, just one nice big burp into the mic and then send us off.
I've never been able to make myself burp.
Well, then we'll leave it there.
It's something I've always been ashamed of. People are like, just swallow air, and I'm just like,
Why, you can't burp on demand? You freaking...
I can fake it. I can go, but like that doesn't sound like a burp.
Just edit one in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll edit the best burp of all time. All right, well, I'm going to stop the recording now. And because I cut the recording there, I didn't actually have a chance to say on video that huge thank you to Travis from Creative Jargon and Connor Heck from GooBrain for joining me on this video. They're both incredibly talented artists, and you should definitely check out their channels if you haven't already. I know Travis actually made his own video on his side of the process of all this, so if you want a little bit more of this type of content, go check his video out. I also got a playlist of Fakemon videos here on my channel, and huge thank you to you guys for watching this video and enjoying it. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, leave a comment, share the video, and it really helps out the channel a lot. But other than that, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.